welcome into your reading. Today we are going to see what is coming your way for the month of January 2025. Happy New Year. Hope you are doing well. So we're going to take a look, see what's coming through in your personal energy. Then we're going to go into your environment and get some more details after that. You have a couple cards already on the table. So you have Hiddenite, the stone of Hiddenite, and this stone represents gratitude. And then you also have the Dead End card from the Archetypes deck from Kim Kranz. So this is just telling me that you are going through a period where something has come to an end. All right, so end of a chapter, end of a phase. Maybe you are leaving a relationship, leaving a job, moving homes, moving to another city, state. A project that maybe you've been working on has ended, but there's an overall ending, and it doesn't feel very welcoming or accepting, okay? And typically with your sign, you are fixed air, so change is not something that you take on very well, right? So if it was up to you, you'd rather not experience the change, especially once you have already created a good foundation for yourself, right? So I can feel that there's some resistance. I can feel that there's some fear around this ending as well. And I guess what spirit or what the message is today is finding the gratitude in this situation. Okay, so I don't know if that means it could be worse, right? Or, grateful for the experience, grateful for the time that you had. If this was a long time thing, maybe you grew within this situation somehow. Maybe this situation taught you something about life or about yourself. The time that you spent with this thing or this person. So finding the gratitude in this situation, finding the light, finding the optimism that can happen, because what happens from this point with this card here with the dead end is that although something is ended, that just leaves room and opportunity for something new to come through. And I know that is easier said than done. Okay, I have been through many of these moments where things have ended in my life, especially things that I did not control or could not control. And I had to adapt, right? And I had to be flexible. And above all, I had to have faith and trust in the universe that I can get through it and that I will land where I need to land. And I feel that for some of you, that's what you want to be focusing on. That's how you're going to be able to get through this moment in a positive way, in a more high vibing way where it's not going to take so much out of you emotionally or mentally. Now, I understand that that's inevitable depending on how serious of a situation this is. There's a lot of uncertainty that can come along with this type of energy. So it's really, really good at this time to grab a hold of your faith. Okay, so if you're here watching tarot in the spiritual community, I'm sure that you have faith in something. And if it's not something outside of yourself or a higher being, it should be definitely faith in yourself and your power and your ability to get through this moment. But I find that in any moment when things are rocky and uncertain and I have a lot of fear, or maybe I'm just like anxious or a little depressed, gratitude sets the stage and changes that frequency and the energy that I am creating, right? So if I'm creating a lot of fearful things or angry feelings or something like that, changing it to what can I be grateful for in this moment? What is the positive? What is the silver lining of this situation? Quickly the energy starts to change, right? So I would definitely practice gratitude as much as you can during this time. That is also going to be a form of anchoring. like anchoring yourself to the earth when there is uncertainty and everything is up in the air, and the thing that you maybe I'm feeling for some of you did not expect to end, it just ended. You can feel like you are in limbo. So it's really, really important to keep the faith and try to anchor yourself in some way, typically with spirituality. Okay. All right. Ooh. So we are taking these 3 cards. This is going to be telling me where you're at, mind, heart, body, and soul. Okay, so this is for you, your personal energy at this time in January 2025. If you come across this reading anytime outside of January, I do set the intention that you get a message out of today's reading. Wow. Wow. This is big. Okay, I already felt this with you going into it. But yeah, this is huge. So you have 3 face cards here. Okay, these are the major arcana, also known as face cards. You have the Chariot, the Hermit, the Emperor. So your path is definitely changing. This is a time of life, and what an amazing time for it to happen, right? Especially if this is for you during January 2025. It's about to be your birthday. If you're an Aquarius sun, if you're not, and you just have a lot of Aquarius energy, the sun is about to go into Aquarius pretty soon. So all of that Aquarius energy in your birth chart is just going to start to get illuminated and highlighted with the light of the sun. So, that's a beautiful thing. That's a blessing. And this may definitely be a blessing in disguise. I don't think you see it that way. Okay. You know that you're going on a new path here. This probably has to do with work, money, status, security, stability, something that you are in control of for sure. Something that has to do with leadership, responsibility, rulership, things like that. Your more masculine side of you as well, whether you are a female or a male. And the Hermit here is saying that you are going within. You are not being so social, not being so extroverted at this time. This is more of a personal thing that you're going through. You know, you don't want to discuss this with other people. You don't want to bring other people into this situation. I don't know. I'm feeling that for some of you, there's like a little bit of embarrassment or something like that. Like you don't want people to know what is happening. But either way, looking for the wisdom in this situation and relying on your experience though so far. Okay, so there's something here that's telling me that there's experience here that you need to fall back on. And you are going on another path. You've changed directions. You've exited one path and you are now on a new one. And I don't know where you're going yet. But this is an overwhelming feeling for you right now. You are going in between these feelings of motivation and inspiration, and trying to trick your mind into being positive, right? Telling yourself that you can do this, that you have the skills, the experience, the talent, the strategic mentality to get through this situation. It does feel like a level up for sure, level up in status. But there's something just like, how can I say? I'm feeling just a little haziness here. Or like when it's like you know that you're capable, okay? You know you're capable, you know you can do this. But then when it's time to like go into like how to do it or the plan or like more specifics, I guess, it's hazy, it's foggy. Maybe there's like, I don't know where to start, you know, like where do I go from here? Who do I contact? Who do I talk to? Or how do I know I have to do this thing, but how do I do it? Okay. So We will see how that is coming through for you. But either way, again, like I mentioned, this is big energy here. You have a lot of responsibility on your hands, okay? So there's a lot riding on you to succeed and to accomplish this thing. I don't know if people see you as their leader and like you're the one that's supposed to know what to do from here on out. You're the one that's supposed to lead them to the next phase of where they're going. Because with the Emperor, although the Emperor is strong, determined, willful, has a lot of power under them, under this energy, they're ruling a kingdom, right? So this is making me feel like there are others that are looking to you for guidance, especially here with the Hermit and all of the wisdom coming through. There are others looking to you because maybe other people also feel the impact of this ending, and it's like maybe they feel that you can help them or you can save them. All right, let's see what's in the environment. I love that this Emperor card depicts nature around a person who is meditating. Going back to the state of gratitude, to connecting with the roots of this planet, the roots of Earth, to anchor you, even though you are in a state of flux and haziness, right? So going back to what I was saying in the beginning, when you are going through a moment like this, you need anchor. You need something to anchor you. Getting out into nature, grounding, walking barefoot, going out for a walk, for a hike, connecting with animals, working on your garden, eating fresh foods, drinking water, all of those things, even though it may seem insignificant and mundane, if you do it present and aware and with intention, you can really start to see the benefits of that and the change that it helps with when it comes to your physical and energetic state. Okay, so there's something about grounding for sure, especially for an air sign, that is resistant to most change. Because you don't like to be in limbo, right? And the uncertainty of the future. So how is it going to impact you? Where are you going to land? What do you have to figure out and prepare for? If you don't know, that does definitely give you some anxiety. So going back to grounding, trust and faith for sure will help. Okay. In your environment, you have the Four of Swords. There was another, I think it was the Capricorn reading that had the Four of Swords card in this exact position of the spread. Four of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Some of you there's something about your car as well this month. I don't know if you're getting a new car, if you're packing up your car and leaving, or needing your car to do something. Vehicle is involved here. Okay. And then Judgment. Wow. So in your environment, a big decision has been made. You have the Empress at the bottom, which is perfect. So this is telling me that you're okay. All right. It just may not feel like that, but you are fine. Okay. So Judgment, huh? This is like something has been brewing. It's making me feel that it's taken a long time for this to happen. So I don't know if you've seen this coming. There's definitely resistance here. There's definitely this thing of like, pause and stop with the four. In your environment, it's not even a person. It's not even a group. This makes me feel like it's a situation here with the Judgment card. It's like the world or the earth or your life, right? Like your life, it feels like your life has come to a pause. And it's taken a long time for this to happen, but it was bound to happen with the Knight of Pentacles. In your environment, there's no movement, there's no momentum. Again, going back to that state of uncertainty, you want to move. You want to move forward. You want to go to the next thing. It's like you're eager, even though you're uncertain and you don't know where the next phase is going or what that consists of. It's better than being stuck. And I feel like you feel something is taking forever. Not only has something taken forever to change and to end, but something is also taking forever to begin. The next thing, right? And so I'm also feeling that people are sort of just sitting around and waiting, not making any moves or taking any action here. And it's for the sake of quality. So I think that if in your environment, whatever this situation is, it's like maybe they have some options and there can be movement, but it's not good enough. It's like something is waiting for the right, perfect thing, for the right and perfect time to gain that momentum again and to go to the next phase. What else here? I think that the next 2 weeks, if you're listening to this in the beginning of January and really anytime, I'm picking up on 2 weeks. Like it's going to take a couple weeks for you to see this energy move. So I don't know why I'm feeling that, but from the time that you listen to this, 2 weeks from now, you will see momentum. There will be an answer. There will be some sort of like finalization or communication saying like, okay, you're good to go or something like that. I'm also getting that there's like people fighting for you or rooting for you or putting their, like, how can I say, like when someone, what is this? Like hold on. A referral, like when someone needs a referral or like they're putting in a good word, you know, it's like, oh, I know this person and other people are like, would you put your stamp on it, you know, or something like that, or I don't know. So I do think that other people have your back and they are rooting for you. They're supporting you. They're trying to help you. Just breathe. I'm hearing just breathe. Like breathe through it. Because you can get into this state of anxiety quickly. Yeah. Speaking of. All right, so we're going into more detail here. You have the Two of Swords, Strength. What is up with this situation? Let's get some more info. So you need to make a decision. You don't know what decision to make. This is going to take all of your courage, all of your heart, all of your bravery. You know, you need to really sit back and think about what is good for you, not what is good for everyone else or like your preference. It's more of how can this next phase or this decision, choice or whatever benefit you physically, materially. You know, is this about money? Is this about foundation, like stability, your home, things like that? Like needing, like even, let's just say for an example, okay, that, how can I say, like you have two choices. One involves the familiar and it involves people that you are comfortable with, or it's like how can I say, like you're following the crowd. And then the other is like a solo thing. You're going on like at this by yourself. It's not familiar. It's out of your comfort zone. But it is going to provide you with a better life, or it's closer to who you are, what you want, what you stand for, something like that here with the Strength card. It's closer to your future and what you want in life, right? Like your goals, your aspirations, where you see yourself in the next 5 years, 10 years. But you're struggling with making this decision because, again, I do feel that there are people that are writing on you that are like you've somehow put yourself in a position where you are leading others here with the Emperor. So yeah, I do feel a little bit of guilt involved. This is your card though, like it's here, like it's saying like your hopes, wishes, and dreams are up for grabs. It may not look like that, right? It may seem dark, ugly, messy, confusing, uncertain, but on the other side of this, there's clarity and there is a life that you can create that is just yours, that is for you, that it's the type of life you've always wanted. It will take a lot of work, bravery, a conviction, like making up your mind and making a choice and sticking to it, like that type of stuff. But it's worth it. Okay. Some people, out in the world, like, I guess they have it easier than others, but if it's something that's really worth it, if it's something that is like big and important to you, it's going to take work. Right? Like if you want the easy route because you don't want to work for it, then, the quality of the outcome or of that result is not as good as something that you actually work for. And that's just life, that's how things go. So are you willing to work for that, I do think that your emotions are like messing with your mind. I think that because you're emotional about the situation, you're not very clear. And that could probably be what is causing all of the fogginess and the haziness. Like, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to start. Because you're probably just emotional. Yeah, who else? I think it is that Capricorn reading that had even the Four of Swords in this Four of Pentacles in this exact spot as well. What else were they, Aquarius? Wow. Yeah, you'll be fine. You're going to be okay. But that sense of flexibility, adaptability, openness, flow needs to... like you need to start tapping into those emotions, those frequencies. This Four of Pentacles, it's like you can have the ability to be independent and secure, stable, safe, have everything you need because you worked for it. Some of you may have this, if this has to do with money, you may have like savings, and you're trying to budget very well and you don't want to be like spend a lot of money, things like that. It's like, oh, like this happened all of a sudden. It's just like, okay, like stop everything, right? I do feel like this is your life has stopped because this thing ended. Everything else has stopped because you have to sort of reevaluate your entire life at this point. And so you are good from a financial perspective. You're just holding on to what you have. And you feel stuck, like you can't make any moves or you can't spend any money because, I don't know, because of this change, because of this ending. You feel like you cannot, there's no moving out of this. And that's how it feels, right? In these moments, like you feel stuck. You feel like you don't have a way out. You have Judgment again. Five of Wands. Here's the other people. The other people are going to start to show their true colors at the end of this month, or in the end of the next 30 days. Like the people that are on your side or following you, or it's like if you are grouped together with a group of people going for the same thing, at some point they start to turn on you, start to turn on each other. Everybody has their own journey, you know, like your journey is not theirs. Their journey is not yours. And for whatever reason, you were in a phase of life with other people, but the reasoning is different. The experience is different. The lessons and the wisdom and the experience gained is different for different reasons, right? For different people. So, I don't know. It's just, you are such a people person, but at the same time, you're also a loner, right? Right now, you need to be alone. You need to look out for yourself and only you, because it just doesn't feel like other people are on the same page. And that is how it's supposed to be. It may be taken wrong because it's like fighting and tension, but it's supposed to be like that. Like, my journey is not the same as your journey, right? Like, why would anyone expect to do the exact same thing together all the time? You know, like, it's just not how it goes. Anyway, that's how I'm feeling. But there's a lot of fighting because people are not seeing eye to eye, and they have their own motivations, their own agenda, their own wants, desires. And so it's going to be really hard if you allow this to, like, if you feed into this with other people. It's not going to be easy for the universe to present you with these open doors of opportunity here with the Wheel of Fortune. Judgment is coming through at the end of the month, and it's just like, look, you know, because you chose to follow the crowd, look what happens. This is a lesson I'm feeling. And with Judgment, definitely Judgment comes with lessons learned. This is a lesson for you to decide, you know, are you going to choose yourself, or are you going to put yourself last? I think this is a lesson that you have always had, right? That thing of being there for others, helping others, being part of a crowd, being part of a society or a group or a community, because you're very group and community oriented. And that conflict, right, that comes up because sometimes you need to do what's best for you that is not what's best for the community. And so here's your lesson. If you were born with a lot of Aquarius energy, that is the lesson for you. But the Wheel of Fortune is here, and it's like, hey, like, I'm here. You know, you want this life, you wish for something, you prayed for something, I'm giving it to you. It doesn't look like what you expected, but it never does. It never looks like how we imagine it to look. It's the same result. It's like the destiny is the same, right? The end is the same, but how you get there is different, especially from what we imagine it to look like. So the need to be open, flexible is very, very important for the next phase for you to go to that next phase. Are you going to resist the whole way, make it hard, have to break down barriers and obstacles that are unnecessary? You don't have to do it that way. That only comes when you resist. And I know that it's easier said than done because you are such a fixed sign. But again, fixed signs, right? The Taurus, the Aquarius, the Leo, and the Scorpio, like, they were born with that karma, with that lesson to be flexible and not hold on so tightly. And this is just another one of those things that the universe, that this life is teaching you by putting you through this type of situation. And as all things, everything comes to an end. Everything comes to a stop. Everything changes. Okay. This is a change for you. And it's here because it's time. It's taken a while to get here, but at least you had some sort of like heads up, I'm feeling, with the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Empress at the bottom of the deck, it's not so bad. It's just a perception that it is here with the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So, you know, just try your best to flow and to have faith. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers. Two of Swords. Let's go into the Two of Swords. What are these two options that you are struggling with, that you're in conflict with? Queen of Cups. Eight of Cups. And the Hermit. So some of you, a feminine may be involved in creating and emphasizing this conflict for you. I feel like if this feminine person, male or female, but a Queen of Cups type of person, I feel like if this person wasn't involved in some way, it would be a lot easier for you to make this decision. I don't know if this is somebody that you feel responsible for or obligated to. I don't know if this is like a mother figure coming through trying to coerce you to go a certain direction. But you know better here with the Hermit. I'm feeling that the Hermit is like hidden. It's like you have to tap into the Hermit energy, to this part of you that is all-knowing, that is wise, that knows better. There you go. I'm feeling like there's an energy within you, or there's something within you that knows better. And you're in conflict between what somebody else wants, or this obligation or responsibility that you have for somebody else, compared to something that you know better about. Okay. So I don't know, but the Eight of Cups is like, you need to go toward your wish fulfillment, which again is the Star, as we know. You need to go toward this emotional fulfillment. What fills your heart, what gets you going, like this thing that you love, or that you're passionate about, or, you know, that it suits you and that is a part of you. Unfortunately, for some of you, you have another person that is in the way. What is the Four of Pentacles? Nine of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. So the Eight of Cups, which is the thing that you need to go toward, comes right before the Nine, right? Like the Eight of Cups is the journey that we take to get our Nine of Cups, which is very similar to the Star. So this is making me feel like you know better. There you go. Like, you know better. You are going toward the thing that is the opportunity that you need for yourself. And by the middle of the month or the next couple of weeks, you know that. You identify that, and you're holding on to your stance. You're holding on to your choice here. And you're just like, I'm not budging. This is what I want. This is where I want to go. This is what I want to be. Because the Knight of Swords is communicating directly, assertively, sometimes even aggressively about what you stand for. And so the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles is telling me this is the opportunity that you want. This is the thing that you want. And the Knight of Swords is saying, if you, like, you're communicating that, and, you know, I guess maybe you may need to communicate that. I'm not sure. But it's like, this is what I stand for. I feel super passionate about this, you know, this is where I'm going. What is the Eight of Swords? This is going to bring you that sense of stability, independence. You know, like you can take care of yourself. You can provide for yourself. You have everything you need and want with the Nine of Pentacles. What is the Ace of Swords? The World. The High Priestess. The Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles right next to the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, I don't know. Like, this is perfect. I love this. Something happens, you know, out of this conflicted energy where you're trying to make a choice here. And it's just like you summon up all of your courage here with the Strength card to go toward the thing that you want. You're being really stubborn about it, of course, but at least you made your decision that this is what you want. But there's something about feeling trapped and unable to do this. You feel like you're not able. Your intuition is coming through strongly here. The World card represents an end of a cycle. It's like I'm feeling physically, materially, outwardly, you are making moves and you're making choices and taking action. But internally, you feel there's like something in your belly of like telling you that you cannot do the thing, that something is stopping you, or that you're never going to be able to get out of this. And the Eight of Swords paired with the High Priestess in the World, I think that it is your trauma. I think that it is, you're confusing this self-talk, this negative self-talk of like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. You're confusing that with intuition. But in reality, this is an Eight of Swords. This is a mental setback. This is a mental blockage. It's not intuition. This is based off of your trauma, your experience, and how trauma is, it senses patterns based off of something that you've been through. So you are perceiving these like red flags or patterns that you once went through when you lost something or when something ended. And I don't know, it's like this thing of confusion, uncertainty, of course, but it's not your intuition. Okay? You need to know that this is the thing that is going to give you the Nine of Pentacles. And the Queen of Wands is coming out to say, like, be brave, be courageous here. Go out and get what you want. You can break free from this block. You can break free from these chains. There's an ethereal presence coming through. This is like a pure essence. I don't know if a child is in play here, or like a child that has not been born yet. A child that has not been born yet. It's like, for some of you, I don't know, this is like an orb or an energy field or something that is like coming through trying to guide you. But there is purity here. There's blessing, there's protection. I feel strongly like your spirit guides are helping you get through this moment. It's scary. There you go. It's scary because you have this new start, and this is something that is going to give you sometimes what we want the most, we're scared to have. That's why people sabotage, you know. That's why people destruct. There's an essence of like not feeling like you deserve it, or not feeling capable of attaining it, or something like that. This is a moment in time of your life where it's like sometimes we have these moments and these opportunities that come through, and intuitively we know that this is the one. Intuitively we know this is a moment and an opportunity to grab onto and to take, even though it comes through sometimes in like the most tiny, minute situations that doesn't seem on the outside to be of any significance, but something in our intuitive, process tells us like we should do this little thing because it's going to lead us to this, like the main thing that we want. And we ignore that, right? Most of the time we ignore these little opportunities when we know that that little thing can lead to something big. It feels like that too, where it's at your fingertips, it's in your hands. And I don't know, it just feels like you're talking yourself out of it. I don't think you do, though. I think it's a moment where you hesitate. Because even though you don't like change and you are very stubborn and resistant, you're still very brave. Like you still know your power, like you still make those big moves as well, especially when you know that you have no other choice, right? Or if you want to prove something, because that's another thing for you too. Like you want to prove that you can do it, that you're capable of it. Or or it's going to put you above everyone else. It's like you're going to come out the winner. You're going to come out the one in the best situation. You're not going to be a loser, right? Like that's also important to you too. So even though you hesitate, if there's something that comes through that helps, like makes you think like, oh, if I take this, I'm going to separate myself from the rest, or like be ahead of the game or win, or, while everybody else is still struggling, like you'll take that. Anyway, okay. So end of the month, I want to know what the Wheel of Fortune is here. What is this blessing coming through for you? 5 of Wands, which is right next to it. What? Five of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. 5 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Hold on, I'm feeling this out. While everyone else is fighting, is out for themselves, has their own strategy and motivations, desires, while everyone else has their head down or focused on other things, it's like all of a sudden you come through and it's just like dun dun dun, right? I'm hearing like dun dun dun, and how can I say this? It's like you have the answer, or while everybody else is fighting about it, you worked on it. You figured it out. You may also be a person to provide all of these people with a blessing as well, with an opportunity as well. People are asking of you. People are asking for your help. What seems to be a huge negative impact on your life literally turns out completely different from what you expected. Yeah. Whatever answer, whatever result, whatever thing that you realized, or this Judgment card, it took you to just step out of the box and think a little differently from your peers or from the rest of the crowd, and make adjustments. It makes me feel like The answer here is it's there, but no one can see it. But you saw it. You figured it out. Within the chaos, you figured it out. Within the chaos, you got your answer or your opportunity. And part of this is getting out of low vibration, getting out of fighting, getting out of tension, getting out of gossip, getting out of like the crowd. It's like, okay, let me exit myself out of this. Once you exit yourself out of the crowd, that's when things flow. That's when you get your answer. That's when you get your blessing. That's when you get your opportunity. As long as you stay in the crowd and you stay one of them, you're going to struggle. It's going to be hard for you. Okay. All right, let's see what the Oracle has to say. We're going to get a final card here. Good takeaway message for you. Hope this helped. If it did, click the like button. I would really appreciate it. Of course, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you there. You want a personal reading? Just email me. We'll set something up. All right. Aquarius. Final takeaway message from the universe here. Aquarius, please. Reflection, number 33. The energy of reflection supports our growth through the insights we get from the contemplations of self and others. It's like the mirror of everyone else, you know. Is their projection, are they mirroring themselves and their problems onto you, so therefore you think that those problems are your problems, right? As soon as you reflect and see the situation for what it is, as soon as you reflect and see these people for what they are, not say that they're bad, but again, they're on their own journey. As soon as you see that, then things start happening, right? As soon as you get out of that, and stop allowing these individuals to reflect upon you, right? Their journey or what they need or what they want. That's how I'm feeling reflection to come through for you. All right. So hope this helped. Thank you again for all your time and energy. I love reading for you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful year of 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Okay. Bye.